What's up, everybody? Byron and Holly over here at Hub City Billiards and continuing our beginner series. Today I thought we'd talk about just a little bit of defensive basics. These are going to be pretty simple shots that I'm setting up here just to kind of give you an idea of what type of things you can look for on the table if you don't have a shot you can make, but you don't want your opponent to be able to shoot when you leave the table. So in this scenario, 8 ball still on the spot, or pretty close to it. I got it off just a hair, how about that? And so in this scenario, I will be solids. The only ball left for stripes is gonna be this 9 ball, which is blocking my balls from going into this pocket. Now, obviously, some of the more advanced players know how to hit one of these balls and actually knock in the 9 and continue to make their ball, but we're dealing with basics here. So in the basics section, what I would like to do is more practice a little bit of defensive posture from your point of view. So what we're gonna do here is we're basically just gonna hit the 6, let the cue ball get to the rail, and hopefully not leave a shot on the 7. On the 9, I just wanted to make sure there was not a big enough gap there. So basically what you're trying to do here is just hit the 6, have the cue ball go to the rail, and just kind of sit on that rail. And the camera's in the way.
Oh.
Because I got to shoot this way.
Hold on, guys. I got to scoot over a little bit.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Feeling better.
Is that better?
Yeah, I think that's
okay, let me
plenty.
zoom in so they can see it.
All right.
Okay.
So here, you don't have to really do anything fancy with the cue ball. All you want to do is get like a nice center ball hit. And as far as the cue ball is concerned, you're going to hit it center. When you hit the 6, you're going to get just a little bit to the left side of it so that the cue ball rolls this way and not toward the 9. And you're just looking for enough power here to get to the rail. It's about a 90% chance one of these balls is going to make it pretty much no matter what. But the idea is something like this. I see I didn't get to the rail because I hit it a little soft, but that's kind of where you want your cue ball to end up, where the 7 is the blocker in between the 6 and the 9. Let's try it one more time here. There we go. And that's the basic idea. Now your opponent either has to kick off this rail, off of the end rail. One of those scenarios is going to have to take place, short of them just flat out committing a foul and giving you ball in hand. So the second scenario, all of this is gone.
Bye-bye.
We'll still leave the 8 ball out because you got to win somehow. But in this scenario, yet again, you're solids, your opponent is stripes, and you just want to try and block up their shot where they don't have a whole lot to go for. Now the 3 ball is a helper here, so you don't want to shoot the 3 unless you have to. But as the cue ball sits for this particular scenario, we should be able to hit the 5 into the rail. And even if the cue ball ends up over here and the 5 ball comes back out, there's still nowhere for the 15 to go as long as your cue ball is on this side. That's why I say avoid the 3, because you may think you have that bank shot to the corner or whatever, but what you're going to end up doing is leaving the cue ball on this side of the table with an open path for that 15 to go in the corner pocket.
So you want it to be 3, 15, 5 cue ball on that rail over there?
Yeah, basically. Or as close to it as you can get. Now, speed control is the big thing that you have to work on when you start working on defensive shots, but that just comes with practice and time. So in this particular scenario,
Oops, sorry guys,
we're just going 5 ball into the rail. Okay, cue ball down there. 5 ball came out too far, no big deal, because my 3 ball is still here helping me. Okay, if that 3 ball was gone, you'd be a little bit more cautious about your speed. But that's the general idea. You want to find a way to hit your ball without giving your opponent an option to make a ball afterwards. They may still have a shot on one of their balls, but you don't want it to be makeable. So if you hit this a little bit slower, see, now I'm kind of blocking the 15, so you have to go into the rail just to even get to the 15. and that makes it a little bit tougher for one of those balls to then hit a rail after, because the chances are you're going to hit the rail first, catch the 15 on the way out, and something still has to come to a rail after that. So my suggestion would be set up some scenarios that you have run into in league on one or more occasions that you thought, you know, if I would have known this shot or that shot, I could have gotten completely out of this situation and maybe won the match. So kind of take note of those scenarios when they happen. See if you can at least get close to setting that scenario back up, and practice some different options with your cue ball that may help you control your cue ball speed in what I like to call close quarter shots, where you don't have a lot of room before you get to your ball, or your ball doesn't have a lot of room after it gets to the rail. That way you can kind of try and practice controlling that speed. Don't let the ball come off the rail too much, or make sure your cue ball hides behind whatever you're trying to hide behind. And it'll take a little bit of practice, but a little bit of just a little bit of tweaking here and there will usually get you where you want to be. It's just going to be more remembering the scenario that put you in that situation in the first place. So if you guys need anything before we send out the next video, you know where we're at, 2716 50th Street. You can catch us on the website, hubcitybilliards.com. Come by here, call us on the phone, 806-370-0596. And we'll be here for whatever you guys need. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you in the next video.